Hi, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Mego Museum's Vintage Mego. This week, we're going to talk about two of my favorite subjects combined, that is Planet of the Apes and Japanese toys, and talk about how the apes were marketed in Japan. I recently completed my set of Japanese apes. That's what inspired this episode. I have something called like the Curse of Threes. I get to three characters in a series, and then nothing shows up for years. Cannot believe that I had the opportunity to complete this set within 60 days of getting the two characters. I'm a little broke. I have to sell a few things, but it's worth it in the long run. So let's talk about the history of the Mego Planet of the Apes line in Japan. These were brought over by a company called Bullmark, and Bullmark is a very famous Japanese toy company. Bullmark was formed in the late 1960s, and they produced some really iconic toys. A lot of vinyls of Ultraman and Godzilla that are very well known, as well as some really unique remote control items, tin wind-ups, that sort of thing. And of course, Japan was not immune to Planet of the Apes mania. Just like the rest of the world, they got on that bandwagon, so much so that they actually kind of created their own copycat TV series. We know it as Time of the Apes, but it was originally called Sorrow no Gundam. So it's not a surprise that a manufacturer like Bullmark would import the Mego action figures to Japan. What is interesting is how they did it. They put each one of Mego's first wave of ape characters into these large, ornate display boxes that not only display the Bullmark logo, but the Mego and World's Greatest Superhero logo as well. This is a really beautiful job. Each figure was posed in there as well, which is an interesting feature, and it's something that Mego is doing now. Each figure also came with this wonderful little catalog, and it's worth exploring. I actually had someone in Japan do a rough translation. This is not perfect, but let's take a look at that and read what it says in English. The circle reads, "The future." The bubble reads, "The scientists seek for Earth. What happened?" The logic of Dr. Einstein follows the terrifying future of the Earth. The Orion of the Andromeda Galaxy is the force of Earth 2,000 years later, but you don't know it. But the Captain Taylor are now looking at it. You can't live for 2,000 years, but if you understand the logic, you can understand it. If any catastrophe happens on Earth, it won't take 100 years to make a Planet of the Apes, says some scientists. Circle here reads, "Top secret." The bubble reads, "Challenger to the ape is no one but you. Professor, name unknown, is working hard to give birth to a super-powered monkey, Simon, who has an LSI computer in the head, and the hand which is 100 times stronger than a usual gorilla. The birth of Simon is a complete challenge from Planet of the Apes against Earth. Either the brain of the apes win, or the knowledge of you win. Let's help Taylor and fight together. Give us your idea of weapons and vehicles to challenge these apes. Earth Defense Command, Bullmark." I personally really love that the astronaut is called Taylor in the Japanese version. The packaging and the catalog do show things like the treehouse and the village and the action stallion. I can find no evidence of those being released in Japan, at least not in a Bullmark packaging of any sort. Maybe they brought in some small quantities of the American Mego stuff. I don't know, but I have never seen Japanese packaging for that. And if we go to the Planet of the Apes archive, which I'll put a link down below, we can see the 1974 Bullmark catalog, and they do not feature the play sets or anything like that. So maybe that was more of a hopeful thing they could bring those in. Bullmark would go out of business in 1977. However, they would carry one more Mego property during that time, and wouldn't you know it, it's more apes in the fact that they did carry the King Kong line in Japan and actually made some unique items that are under the Mego banner that you can't get anywhere else. There's more about this at the Mego Museum. I've always been kind of predilected with foreign release packaging for Mego, especially from the UK and Japan, and these were always a grail for me, something I really wanted to track down. So this is a real happy occasion, and it's probably my last toy purchase of 2020, and maybe first quarter 2021. But hey, that's toy collecting for you. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you're new to this, I hope you'll consider hitting like and subscribe. This is what we do every week. If you'd like to chat Mego Planet of the Apes with me, there's a couple of places you can do it. The comments below, obviously, or in our Facebook group, Megomania, or at the forums at megomuseum.com, where there's a whole bunch of ape enthusiasts waiting to chat. Until next time, take care, talk toys, not other people. Be well.